The story begins in a future where the greatest crime isn't murder or theft, but feeling. Imagine a world where every human emotion, from joy to sorrow, love to rage, is systematically eradicated, deemed the root cause of all conflict. This is the stark reality of Libria, a society born from the ashes of a Third World War, where peace has been achieved through an unimaginable cost, the very essence of humanity. In this chilling new world, humanity is kept docile and controlled by a daily injection of Prozium.
Prozium.
A psychotropic drug designed to numb every single feeling. Art, music, literature, anything that could stir the human spirit are outlawed, collected, and incinerated in massive incineration chambers. Those who resist, who dare to hoard a forbidden poem or shed a single tear, are branded sense offenders, the ultimate threat to Librian tranquility. To enforce this rigid order, a specialized police force known as the Grammaton Clerics operate with lethal efficiency. They are the enforcers of this emotionless peace.
The gun cutter treats the gun as a total weapon. Each fluid position...
Trained in a devastating combat art called gunkata, a deadly fusion of gunfighting and martial arts designed for maximum efficiency in neutralizing emotional threats. And among them, one man stands above all, Cleric John Preston. Preston is the quintessential cleric, unwavering, ruthless, utterly void of emotion. A living weapon in service of the Tetragrammaton, Libria's governing body. He believes implicitly in the system, in the peace it supposedly provides. But the foundations of this emotionless utopia are about to crack, not from an external threat, but from a whisper within the heart of its most formidable champion. His meticulously constructed world is about to crumble, one forbidden feeling at a time. During a routine sense offender raid, Preston and his partner, Cleric Partridge, uncover a hidden cache of forbidden artifacts. Among them, Partridge finds a book of W.B. Yeats' poetry. In a fleeting, almost imperceptible moment, Preston witnesses a flicker of emotion in Partridge's eyes, a subtle, forbidden longing.
Every time we come from the Nethers to the city, reminds me why we do what we do.
It does.
It's a tiny crack in the otherwise perfect stoicism of his colleague. Later, Preston corners Partridge, confronting him with his transgression. Partridge, in a quiet act of defiance, begins to recite a poem.
But I, being poor, I've only my dreams.
Acknowledging the beauty he has found, accepting his fate. It's a profound moment of human connection, even in his despair. Without hesitation, Preston executes his partner. It's a brutal, chilling act of duty, a testament to the system's merciless grip. Yet the seed of doubt, planted by Partridge's quiet rebellion, has subtly taken root in Preston's mind, almost imperceptibly. The critical turning point arrives not through a grand revelation, but through a simple, accidental oversight. One morning, in a moment of distraction, Preston shatters his daily vial of Prozium. Unwilling to report the incident and face the consequences of missing a dose, a crime in itself, he decides to go without. The first subtle ripple of change washes over him. A new sensation, unfamiliar and unsettling, begins to stir within his carefully controlled being. Colors seem sharper, sounds more resonant, and the sterile world of Libria begins to feel different. Without the dampening effect of Prozium, Preston starts to experience the world in a way he hasn't in years, or perhaps ever. He feels the warmth of sunlight, the rush of cold water against his skin, the irritation of minor annoyances. These are not grand, overwhelming emotions, but small, cumulative sensations that begin to chip away at his lifelong conditioning. His senses, once dulled, are now reawakening, making the blandness of Libria feel increasingly discordant. With Partridge gone, Preston is assigned a new partner, the ambitious and highly observant Cleric Brandt.
It's something you'll find about me, Cleric. I'm a wary person, cautious by nature, always expecting the worst.
Brandt is a true believer, meticulously following every rule, making Preston's burgeoning emotional struggles even more perilous. Preston must now navigate his internal chaos while maintaining his flawless exterior, constantly aware that the slightest slip could lead to his immediate exposure and execution. The stakes have become astronomically high. The depth of Preston's transformation is powerfully illustrated when he discovers a puppy during an incineration raid. By Liberian law, it's a sense offender, an emotional trigger slated for destruction. Yet, driven by an unfamiliar surge of compassion, Preston rescues the animal.
Some of these animals ought to be tested for disease. There's an epidemic in the Nethers, it's the best we know about it.
Bringing it into his sterile, emotionless home. The small, living creature becomes a silent testament to his awakening humanity, a forbidden connection that further grounds him in the world of feeling.
Go on. Go!
He even allows himself a gentle touch, a tentative smile, providing that the human heart, once opened, can never truly be resealed. Preston's duties lead him to interrogate a captured sense offender named Mary O'Brien. Mary, defiant and emotionally vibrant, openly questions the Librian system.
You can either wait until the technicians of the Palace of Justice, or you can tell me now. Who are your friends?
I'm wondering if you have any idea at all what that word means.
Challenging Preston's core beliefs with profound, unsettling truths about the human experience. Her words resonate deeply within Preston's newly awakened mind, stirring feelings he can barely comprehend. Empathy, anger, and a desperate longing for understanding. She opens his eyes, or rather his heart, to the immersive vacuum that Prozium has created. Drawn to her unwavering spirit, Preston secretly visits Mary in her cell. She speaks of the beauty of suppressed emotions, the vibrant world that Libria has sacrificed for its sterile peace. She recounts the stories of artists and thinkers who chose feeling over survival. As she speaks, Preston feels a profound sense of loss, a burgeoning grief for a world he never knew, a life he never lived. His emotional dam begins to crack, tears welling in his eyes. The most dangerous transgression of all, this forbidden connection pulls him deeper into the rebellion he once ruthlessly suppressed. Driven by his burgeoning emotions and a desperate need for answers, Preston begins to uncover the hidden truth of the Librian underground. He makes contact with the Resistance, a clandestine network of sense offenders who have chosen to live authentically, embracing their full range of emotions, even under constant threat of execution.
Welcome to the underground.
In their secret netherworld hideouts, Preston witnesses true human interaction for the first time. Laughter, tears, love, fear. He sees forbidden art, hears forbidden music, and for the first time, truly understands what has been taken from humanity. He realizes the price of Prozium. Now fully committed, Preston decides to actively work against the Tetragrammaton from within. He continues his duties as a cleric, a master of deception, his impassive exterior a perfect mask for the storm of emotions raging beneath. He becomes a double agent, working to destabilize the regime while maintaining his perilous facade. It's a dangerous dance, every interaction a potential trap. He must embody the very thing he despises, his face a stoic mask of obedience, even as his heart beats with rebellion. The cost of his commitment is brutal. Mary O'Brien, the woman who ignited his emotional awakening, is condemned to incineration. Preston is forced to watch her execution, a public display of the regime's absolute power. He stands there, seemingly emotionless, but inward, he is shattered.
Turbines, fire.
Her death solidifies his resolve, transforming his personal awakening into a burning crusade. Her sacrifice fuels his vengeance, pushing him beyond mere defiance into outright war against the system. This act pushes him to fully embrace the dangerous path he has chosen, to dismantle the emotionless society from the top down. As Preston digs deeper, he uncovers a shocking truth. Father, the revered leader of Libria, is not a living man, but a manufactured icon, a symbol of control. The real power lies within a council of vice consuls, led by the ruthless Dupont.
Don't look so surprised, Preston. Why should Father be more real than any other political puppet?
The real father died years ago.
Even more shocking,
Council
Preston
simply
discovers that
elected me.
Brandt, his seemingly loyal and by-the-book partner, is a high-ranking member of the Tetragrammaton's inner circle, a master manipulator who orchestrated events to expose Preston.
I told you I'd make my career with you, Cleric.
Their confrontation is a top battle of wits, a perilous game of deception where every word is a weapon. Preston finds himself in the ultimate test of his emotional control, forced to outwit a cunning adversary who sees only calculations, not feelings.
Not without incident.
Preston's mission culminates in a direct assault on the core of the Tetragrammaton. He fights his way through waves of clerics, each kill a desperate move towards the truth. He confronts DuPont in Father's Sanctum, a sterile, almost divine space.
You really should learn to knock.
Here, DuPont drops his own mask, revealing that he, too, has secretly been feeling emotions.
I'm life. I live, I breathe. I feel.
Yet chose to maintain the system for his own power. He confesses that he orchestrated the entire regime, manipulating the masses with Prozium, while indulging in forbidden sensations himself. This revelation electrifies Preston, a cold rage now fueling his resolve. The true test of Preston's transformation comes in his final, explosive confrontation with Brandt.
Mind the uniform, Cleric.
I plan to be wearing it for a long time.
It's a Gunkata duel of unparalleled intensity. Brandt, a master in his own right, fights with ruthless precision. But Preston, now free from the shackles of emotionless combat, taps into a primal fury, an unpredictable surge of feeling that makes him emotionally more dangerous. His moves become fluid, intuitive, fueled by a visceral need for justice. He outmaneuvers Brandt, using not just his training, but the very emotions he once suppressed, to deliver a swift, decisive end to his former partner. It's a shocking display of raw, untamed power, a testament to the fact that emotions, when truly embraced, can be a warrior's greatest weapon. With Brandt neutralized, Preston faces DuPont in a final, brutal showdown. This isn't just about skill, it's about pure, unadulterated will. Preston fights with the fury of a man who has reclaimed his soul, every punch, every kick, fueled by countless lives robbed of emotion. DuPont, desperate to maintain his tyrannical control, fights back with the desperate rage of a cornered animal. The fight is raw, visceral, a testament to the chaotic power of unchecked emotion. In a climactic struggle, Preston emerges victorious, delivering a fatal blow that signals the collapse of DuPont's reign, and with it, the entire emotionless regime. With DuPont defeated, Preston initiates the dismantling of the Tetragrammaton's control. Prozium production ceases, the surveillance systems shut down, and the omnipresent image of Father flickers and dies. The people of Libria, suddenly deprived of their daily dose, begin to awaken. Their faces, once blank, slowly register confusion, fear, then tentative glimmers of emotion, a tear, hesitant smile, the first fragile stirrings of humanity reclaimed. The sterile, ordered world begins to give way to the beautiful, chaotic, and utterly human reality it had suppressed for so long. John Preston, once the enforcer of an emotionless world, becomes its reluctant liberator. His journey from impassive soldier to empathetic rebel is a powerful testament to the indomitable nature of the human spirit. Equilibrium isn't just a sci-fi thriller. It's a profound cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked control and the invaluable, irreplaceable gift of human emotion.